Hey, what's going on guys, Wingspan here and welcome back to another Redstone tutorial, and today guys I'm gonna be showing you how to make this really cool and simple tripwire hook elevator in Minecraft Bedrock edition. So if you guys are excited for that, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you're new, and without further ado, let's get right into today's video. Quick disclaimer before we get into the video, I saw this design on FedEx Gaming channel like 2 years ago, I believe, let's just say a couple years ago, and that design didn't really work on Bedrock edition and doesn't work right now. Probably it's because it's old and because there are some different redstone mechanics. And I thought to myself, this elevator looks kinda cool and I'm going to try to rebuild it in Bedrock, and that's exactly what we have right here. So of course the credit and the design for the elevator goes to him, but I just kinda remade it in Bedrock and make it work for our version. This is going to work in Bedrock edition, Pocket edition, however you wanna call it. And of course there's just a couple of these small modifications that needed to be done and that were surprisingly easy to make. But enough rambling, I'm going to show you how this elevator works. Of course this is a great elevator if you're not good with redstone, you don't have like flying machines, elevators and stuff like that. This is a really basic elevator that you can make using some tripwire hooks as a way to go up. It's really simple because you can also make it a multi-floor elevator just by destroying some of the blocks to the side. You can see right here, this side is for the redstone, so if you wanted to make this like a multi-floor elevator, you would have to kinda cut the little holes on the left side right there. But the way this works is right over here, you can see we have a set of these stairs, and we just have sticky pistons behind them. You may also notice that we have some of the fences, and the fence gate right here for the entrance. That's because we want to be able to walk right over here in this little block, which is like half of the block. And also they're going to keep us from falling out of the elevator, because when we actually activate it, if we didn't have the fences over here, we will just go over here and fall to the ground. But the way this works is really simple. You can see we have a little tripwire hook with some string over here. That way when we actually jump, we are going to activate 2 of the pistons at a time. You can see I'm going to activate 2 of the pistons, and then if you actually jump again, we're going to activate this stair and this one over here. You can see we can just go ahead and climb this as far as our elevator goes. But of course there is one thing that you need to keep in mind with this elevator. This elevator doesn't work 100% of the time unless you do the little trick that I'm going to show you right now. The reason for that is because all sticky pistons are really snappy, they just go bam bam from extension to retraction. And of course in like Java edition or Xbox and stuff like that, their sticky pistons are really smooth and they are not going to like kick you out of the block over here. You can see maybe if I just try over here, maybe sometimes it's going to work, and sometimes, as you saw right there, we pretty much fell through. The way to actually fix this is really simple. All you have to do is just walk backwards. You can see if I go to the right, I'm gonna go to the left. If I aim to the left, I'm gonna go to the right because I'm holding the backwards key. Of course, if I just go ahead and do this, I'm gonna be having my back at all times near the actual fence. And that's pretty much going to ensure that this is going to work 100% of the time, no matter how fast you actually jump. So that's just one thing that you need to keep in mind when you're making this in Minecraft Bedrock edition. I'm not saying it's not going to work if you just jump, but they also show over there sometimes you can actually fall through. So you need to have your back constantly near the actual fences right here. And another thing that's different from his design is that he uses the stairs with the flat side over here. That way it looks like a full block. The reason we can do that is because of this simple mechanic, which is the fences and the stairs. You can see if you actually have a stair with the flat side, or fences are actually gonna connect to the stairs, and that's something that we don't want, so we have to use this stair going normal way like so. That way they're not going to connect. I'm not really sure why is this different for like PlayStation or Xbox. I'm not really sure on which platform he is playing, but that's something that he uses and we can do in Minecraft Bedrock edition. Other than that, it's pretty much similar for the redstone. The redstone is actually one of my favorite things about this elevator. You can see we have the tripwire hooks over here. When we actually jump, we're going to activate it, activating this block right here, and that's pretty much where we get our little redstone signal. You can see we're activating 2 sticky pistons at a time by having a block right here, and the redstone does. So you can see this block is going to power the bottom piston, and the redstone is going to power this one right here. And all we have for each of the layers is just 4 pieces of redstone. I mean, it doesn't really get simpler than as far as the elevators go, and we pretty much have that going as far as we want. Of course, making sure that we are powering 2 of these sticky pistons at a time. You can see with the first tripwire hook, we are powering these 2 sticky pistons, then these 2 right here, these 2, and you can go as high as you want with this. And that's pretty much all there is for the redstone. You can see it's really simple, and I'm going to show you how to make it right now. So the blocks we're going to need for this are right here in my inventory. The amount of the blocks you're going to need depends on how high you actually want to have your elevator going. The first thing we need to do is actually decide how high we want to have it and have sticky pistons right on top of each other, just like so. Again, keep in mind that we are powering 2 of these sticky pistons at a time, so I'm just gonna go with that height. Of course, you can go as high as you want, because you can see it's really simple to stack it upwards. Then go ahead, grab yourself the stair of your choice. Of course, I would suggest burp up and have it going normal way all the way up over here on top of the sticky pistons. Then grab yourself the block of your choice, and beside the actual stairs, just go ahead and build on either side, just like so. And then what you want to do is pretty much grab yourself another block of your choice to make this look a little bit better. Again, I'm going to go for the bird pop because it's the best block in the game. Then you want to grab yourself another block for choice. This is just for the look, so you can grab any block that you want, but we want to make sure that we have that 3 block gap in between over here, that way we can actually put in our tripwire hooks. So just go ahead and pretty much build right over here like so, going all the way up, and do the same on the other side. Right over here at the bottom is where we're actually gonna have our water. I probably didn't tell it over here because it's obvious. When you are on the top and you want to go down, you just drop over here inside of the water. This is where you actually want to grab yourself the fences. And of course, fence gate. What you want to do is actually have a little fence over here in the corners, and we're just gonna use one gate right here for the entrance. Then what you want to do is actually skip the first block, as you can see right over here, and actually add another fence. And this is where we're actually gonna have our tripwire hooks, just like so. We're basically gonna have a little string over here. I'm just going to place a block right here. That way it's gonna be a little bit easier for me to actually place the string. Just go ahead and do something like that. Then what we want to do is basically go for every other one. You can see we have 2 high of the fences right here, but now we actually want to have fences over here going all the way, and then we want to put in our tripwire hook just like so, and pretty much grab ourselves a string and place it right here. You can see we're not going for 2 high of the fences, that's just for the actual entrance. And then again, just go ahead and pretty much fence this guy off over here. Again, if you want to go higher, just go ahead and repeat the process right here, but that's pretty much all there is. You can see this elevator has 3 of the tripwire hooks, this one has 2. Again, you can go as high as you want. But basically, when we have this done, we are pretty much done with the exterior. Now all we have to do is pretty much add our redstone. You can see we're gonna be powering this block right here, so we just want to go to the other side and lead the redstone over here like so. Again, we want to power 2 of these sticky pistons at a time. So just go ahead and grab yourself 4 pieces of redstone like so, and connect the 2 first 2 sticky pistons like there. Then what we want to do is actually have the block right here and the redstone right there. That way we can power these 2. So we're pretty much gonna do the same thing. You can see the tripwire hook is going to be on this block right here. So we basically want to go a little bit lower like so. Grab yourself the actual slab right there, and you pretty much want to have it over here. That way the redstone is not actually going to cut the one on the bottom. You can see if you actually had a full block right there, we're pretty much gonna cut this signal right there. So that's why we're actually using a slab. So just go ahead and do something like that. You can see these 2 sticky pistons are actually not even needed if you want to get to the top. But again, what you can do is just go ahead and extend this a little bit and pretty much have another tripwire hook on this angle over here. That way we're actually going to get these 2 sticky pistons activated as well. Although we don't really need them for this height of the elevator, I'm just going to show you that it's really simple to make this as high as you want. We're just going to cover the sticky pistons and stuff like so. And what we want to do is pretty much do the same thing for all of the other layers. What we're using is 4 pieces of redstone per the actual layer. So you can see this is really simple. Again, the tripwire is on this block, then we're just gonna go one lower and pretty much connect the 2 final sticky pistons, having a block and this slab right there. Grab yourself 4 pieces of redstone and pretty much carry the redstone over. You can see the only layer that doesn't need a slab is the first one right there. But you can see we can carry this as far as we want. But as far as the redstone goes, we are pretty much done. Again, you can carry this as far as you want, and of course make this a really nice multi-floor elevator. You can see the redstone is on the right side, so again, if you want to make this multi-floor elevator, you're just going to destroy some of the blocks to the left side. But let's just go ahead and test this. Again, we're going to use the same technique to make this work 100% of the time. So again, just go ahead and walk backwards. That way your back is always going to be next to the actual fences, and we can just go ahead and jump upwards. And you can see this is going to work really nicely. If you want to go down, we're just going to drop right here inside the water and not actually catch any of the little string right there. But that's pretty much all there is for this video. So if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you're new. If you think any of your friends would enjoy this type of content, make sure to share with them. But as always, I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.